says Turbocharged 51 over here. I hope you're having a splendid day wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to the second season of Building the Ultimate Track Toy, and welcome back to Turbo Fox RacerZ as well as Gran Turismo 7. And guys, a lot of comments in season 1. People were asking, Turbo, you're such a big BMW fan, how come in the entire first season we did not see a Beamer? Well, you have asked, and now you will receive episode 1. We're kicking it off with my personal favorite brand in the world, BMW, and what better car to kick it off with than the E46 M3 from 2003, one of the most loved M3s ever produced by BMW. There's a bunch of different M3 guys, but between this and the E92, there's not many M3s that have as much love as these cars. But as you guys know, if you're a returning viewer from season 1, this is not the car we're going to be driving. Oh, no. The one we've got has been slapped out with all the kit in the, well, all the kit in the game, all the most passable kit in the game. Let's get this beautiful E46 rolling, and here she is. Now, a lot of people say this is the worst sounding straight 6 engine that BMW ever built. I tend to disagree. Unfortunately, I tend to disagree. I feel the newer M3s and M4s sound worse than these ones. But this one is still an NA motor. No turbos, no superchargers. It does have nitrous, but for those of you guys that don't know, if you're a returning viewer, you will have heard this a lot. Nitrous will not be used for this specific challenge. And guys, after the hype of the season finale episode, I'm so excited to get season 2 started. But let's head into the stats. So it's been stroked and bored up from a 3 liter to a 3.2 to a 3.3 liter, 513 brake horsepower, so you can round it up to about 520 horsepower on an 1150 kilogram chassis. Here are the upgrades that we are running for this car. Let's start on this side. Stage 1, 2 and a 3 weight reduction, high compression pistons, racing crankshaft, titanium connecting rods and pistons, high lift camshaft, polished ports, engine balance tuning. We've bored it up. It's got a carbon fiber prop shaft, it's got a racing clutch and flywheel, it's got a racing air cleaner, a racing exhaust manifold, a racing brake system with slotted discs as well as racing pads. Then you've got obviously the nitrous, which again will not be used, a fully customizable racing transmission, fully customizable ECU, 320 points of downforce on the rear with the big wang, 200 points of downforce on the front with the front splitter, racing soft slicks, fully customizable suspension, but we have kept the diff stock because the upgraded diff actually lowers the car's performance. So I kept the stock diff and weight, and then front to rear weight balance, which says 50-50. I think that for this first episode, I couldn't see a better way to kick off the new season. So without further ado, let's get straight into it by heading towards taking this car first, taking it a little bit abroad before we take it home to Germany. We need to take it to Japan and test it around Tsukuba. So literally, without any further ado, what will the E46 M3 do in the 5-lap Tsukuba shootout? Guys, hit me down in the comments below right now, as I'm completely on the wrong side of the world. In the comments down below now, where do you think the E46 is going to place? We're going to find out now. Ladies and gentlemen, the E46 has arrived at Tsukuba. And actually, you guys can let me know in the comments down below if you want me to delete those times or whether you want me to keep them. But I've decided to keep the season 1 times so that we can actually see how the following cars stack up against the first cars that brought this series to life. I think it's just fair. But if you guys prefer to start every season on a clean sheet, Let me know in the comments down below right now. Let's get into it. Let's see what the E46 will do in a 5-lap shootout. Here we go. Ooh, tail. The tail wants to go. Well, with over 500 horsepower from an NA motor, the power is instant. Although the front really wants to turn, man. It's not heavy on the front. I just... She a naughty girl. Okay, let's get this. Bounced it off the limiter there. It sounded kind of good. Oh! Oh, Nürburgring is gonna be fun. Oh boy, that was not expected. We actually spun out for the first time in this series, like on the opening lap. So this first lap is going to be trash, but let's see what happens to the rest of the lap. Well, the rest of the 4 laps remaining. The thing is, this M3 goes, man. It's really not lazy. Here we go. Much better run through there. Still, I can still be on the power a bit earlier though. Even if I short shift, the rear still wants to go, man. Now we're gonna have a massive improvement because obviously we spun. It's the first time I think I've gotten a car over a minute lap. .54.0. That's a very quick lap time. But I know there's more within this car. A little bit of a twitchy moment. It doesn't like outside curves. Oh wow, that felt good. We lost a lot on the exit there. The car just didn't want to turn in there for some other reason. Weird. But let's keep going. Okay, a little bit slower, but there is still time in this. Let's risk it for the chocolate biscuit. Nope. Oh guys, we're literally going to have one more lap after this to get a better time in. Okay, here we go. It's now or never. That was a good exit. Here we go, guys. Will this be the first car to set the fastest lap on the final lap? No, it does not, because I mess up the final corner. But still, a 54.0 in the books for the E46. And now we have to do BMW things because it's a BMW. How do you guys know any BMW driver? You have to smoke the tires at some point, and I just did it there. Now, if this isn't proof that performance points doesn't mean everything in this game, I don't know what is. So out of all the cars we've driven so far since the start of this series, this M3 is the highest rated according to the performance points, and it is not even in the top 3. Still, very fun few laps. Had a little bit, can't figure out the front end really, it's a bit awkward, but hopefully we can figure it out on the Nürburgring. But point being, it's sitting 4th right now on a 54.0. Obviously, we know there's a 53 lap in there, and I know this car can be with the Alfa Romeo 4C. But again, these cars have literally, guys, they've got nothing to do with the second season. The second season it's literally set up all by itself. But again, guys, let me know in the comments down below. Do you want to see the season 2, season 3 cars coming in future seasons compared to the cars from season 1, or do you want a clean sheet for every season when it comes to the timing charts? Please let me know in the comments down below. I would love the feedback. But for this episode, it's there. It's just for a little bit of a comparison. But currently on Tsukuba, it slots into 4th. But what will the M3 do back home on the Nürburgring? Let's go find out. Welcome home, BMW. But it's not so welcoming as you would think. Because welcome to the green hell, the Nürburgring, the ultimate test for any car in this world. Guys, I'm so excited for this lap. Like, honestly, I think we're starting off this season pretty darn good. I think this Beamer is going to score very, very high. And just one thing that I want to clarify quickly before anybody tells me in the comments down below. Just because BMW I only noticed this now. There's a BMW logo on the track. That's cool. In any case, before anybody tells me this in the comments, I am not going to favor the BMW just because it is my favorite car company. This car will be rated just like every other car, and it'll be based on, like, it'll be rated on nothing but the experience that I have. So don't think because it's my favorite car company that I'm gonna pull some strings to make this now the season 2 winner or something. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. That's a promise. But without further ado, what will the M3 E46 do on the green hell? And will the first episode be a single attempt? Let's find out. Ooh. Little bit of a butt clinch moment there. Oh, I had to back off so much there. Oh, no, crap. Well, that was not fun. That was a save. But one thing that I do want to mention, this car's oversteer can be used to its advantage if you play it really smart. Just a thought. Oh, attempt number 4, by the way. Jeez, man, this thing is fast. was a mistake. Hitting that first curve of that chicane was a mistake. It unsettled the car so badly. But in any case, we move. Hey, Red Bull Tree, how's it hanging, bruh? Third gear in this car is so long. There's some corners I want to take in third gear, but I just know I'm going to lose so much momentum doing it. Oh! Yo-ho-ho-ho! Careful on the throttle turbo. Well, that worked. Man, but this thing raves. Now from this point onwards, this Beamer is going to be a menace. Oh, I could take that with so much speed, so confidently. And I think I couldn't get on the power much sooner without running wide or just having a massive rear end snap. I don't think it's going to hit 6th gear up this hill, but I can be proven wrong. Let's see what the Beamer does. Still, oh my word, look at the speed, man. Oh boy, here we go. I could even have carried more momentum through there. Oh boy, oh boy, catch it, catch it. Oh guys, I'm gonna have to keep going. That was not such a big excursion. This thing takes the carousel like a dream. You can see it was built in Germany. You can feel it was built in Germany. It was tested here at the Nürburgring. Oh, that curb threw me a bit. Not the worst. Oh, what a run through there. Missed the apex slightly, but still the car felt so planted through there. Oh boy, here comes the section that I'm most scared of in this car. Oh, that's big air. I can't go flat throttle through here because the rear just wants to keep going. Oh my goodness gracious me. Come on, keep it on the track. Oh, that's still legal. Oh, but I couldn't carry as much momentum as I would have liked. Lost carousel. That's the easiest that carousel has ever been in any car. A little bit of oversteer, but still carried freaking good momentum. Now here is where the Beamer is going to shine. Oh, we're gonna go over 300. 296, 297, 298, 299. Come on. It still wants to climb even up this steep hill. Come on, 300. 303 as we hit the corner. Oh! 631.1. Ooh, okay, now I can breathe. 4 attempts, but oh my word, this car demands your full focus. Oh my goodness, man. No. Cruise it like on the street. 3,000. Oh, good. Oh, listen to the little bird, like the little growl. Guys, I'm going to boost the sound quickly. Just listen to it on 3,000. Oh, it sounds so good. Sounds like a classic Beamer. I'm not gonna lie, the high revving sound of this Beamer engine is not close to as realistic as it is in real life. But still, hardcore to rate, yes. Fun, yes. But season 1 top fun standards, not sure. But we're gonna find out soon. But still, this was massively enjoyable. And again, we prove something in this video, that track dependency and the type of track you go to makes a difference, as the BMW jumps up 2 positions from Tsukuba. It still doesn't beat the Alpha, and I think I know why it didn't beat the Alpha. Definitely straight line speed, this car is the king so far, and the only reason I'm comparing this car to the cars from season 1 is because it's the only reference we have to go by. But from episode 2, this is the car that all the rest are going to be compared to. But guys, the straight line speed of this car is actually mind-boggling, and even more than that, it does it so comfortably and so easily. I'm not gonna lie, this car so far, rating wise, with the numbers I've got going in my head, I think this car's gonna open this season with a damn good score. It doesn't beat the Alpha. It's got 5.8 seconds to the Alpha. So I mean, what can you do about it? But it beats the Lancia, it beats the S2000, and it beats the GR Yaris. With it doesn't beat the S2000 so much, but the Lancia and the S2000 that much. Actually, the GR Yaris also, but it completely thrashes like the Integra and lower. I mean, there's so much to talk about with this car, so let's just get straight into it. I mean, we've got nothing to lose now. We need to rate the car. Let's go! So let's unbox this kettle of fish. Guys, where do I start? Well, actually, let me start to why I think this car didn't beat the Alfa Romeo. Because I can tell you guys now, it's faster. But the thing that held this car back with my capabilities is the weight. It's nearing 400 no, it's actually more than 400 kilograms heavier than the Alfa, as far as my memory serves me. That's nearing half a ton. And with a car that needs to go quick, fast around the track, that's a big difference. Now, it does make up for it with, what's that? A considerable amount more horsepower, and I think because it's got so much I can't speak clearly. In any case, sorry about that, guys. I think because it's got so much of a larger engine capacity-wise, like CCs, I think the torque of this car carried it so much in straight line speed. And I have to be honest, that 50-50 weight distribution from front to rear definitely played a part in this, like I said in the beginning of the video. And honestly, this car absolutely the ease it has with it is actually a little bit deceiving. It can really easily catch you out in a little bit of a lapse of concentration, and that's what happened with my first 3 attempts. Like I thought, you know what, after Tsukuba I can be comfortable, and then the car bit, and I was the one that looked like a doo-doo bird, like a very big doo-doo bird. But I had so much fun in this car, and it scores high in almost all the categories. So we've made a bit of a change in the order that we rate in. So you guys always know capability was last. I've switched that around. We're going to do the most important category last, which is fun. So, and also a new rule added to the season: fun is the only category where a car can score the good old Motorsport Lounge 11 out of 10. It can't score in any other category to make that category just a little bit more special, because that is the main focus of this series. But let me tell you guys, rating this car didn't take long, because it was really easy to place out where this car can go. And I'm telling you guys now, this car's quicker than the Alpha 8C, than the Alpha 4C. It's quicker, just not in my hands. I even though the Alpha took more attempts on the Nürburgring back in season 1, when I figured it out, I felt like I really had a good grasp on it, without tuning, without, you know, going crazy and doing the boring stuff. This car, there's still a lot left. But let's head into the first category. Let's go to speed. This car is fast, and it is deceptively fast because it makes the speed feel so comfortable. The 300 in this and doing 300 in the Alpha, well, not even there. Let's go with 250, because the Alpha struggled to get to that 300 mark. It made it, but it struggled to get there. Let's take it between 250 and 280. In the Alpha, you felt like you were flying because the car doesn't weigh anything. This car, because it had the bulk to keep it grounded, and it's something that BMWs even do in real life. When you go fast, it doesn't feel fast because the cars just handle the speed so comfortably on the road. And Gran Turismo, the guys at Polyphony Digital, did an amazing job to give that feeling with these cars. 250 to 280 felt like 150 to 180 if I compare it to most of the cars in Season 1. The speed was effortless, but it was still, even though it was effortless, you still very quickly realized when you see those corners coming closer so much quicker, you quickly realize what speed you are doing. And for speed, I couldn't give this car lower than an 8 out of 10, and that is the points that I gave it. The reason I didn't give it a full 10 out of 10 is because there's other cars coming in this season, and now that we've started a new season, to a certain degree, there has to be a clean sheet of paper. Speed, the E46 M3 gets an 8 out of 10, which is a stupidly high score. The first score of Season 2 is an 8 out of 10. Compare that to the first episode in Season 1. Big difference. Now handling, and this is where I felt the car is going to lose the most, but also not a lot. So this car has got 2 things you need to figure out. Those random points of understeer, those random points where the car just doesn't want to turn in, and I felt it a lot more on Tsukuba than on the Nürburgring. The car turns easier the quicker you go. The slower you go, the less because it's so heavy, it doesn't like those slow speed corners. On the Nürburgring, there's honestly, if I think back, there was 2, maybe 3 slow speed corners that I was like, yeah, the car just doesn't want to turn. But as soon as you go anything over 80, no, anything over 100 through a corner, oh my word, the front end is there, and it's there in abundance. And then the second thing that is holding this car back is the unpredictable rear end. Now again, BMW, I mean, a Beamer does what a Beamer does. It likes to go sideways. There's a reason this car is loved for drifting. There's a reason BMWs are loved for drifting, because it's something that they do so effortlessly. But this car, we needed it to be grippy. But again, with over 500 horsepower from a normally aspirated engine, like the power is there instantly. And unlike the previous season where a lot of those I wouldn't say NA cars, but even the turbo cars that revved so high, you had to rev it to get the power and the torque out of it. This car, it's there from very low RPM. That's why I could short shift so much and try and keep the rear end tamed. But with someone more capable than myself, an esports driver and somebody that'll go into the depths of the tuning and really spend time in figuring this car out, you are gonna hand that Alpha 4C's hiney to it second to none. This car is it's a caged beast right now, and to open the cage door you're gonna open the cage door by going into the tuning and really spending time figuring this car out, especially on a big track like the Nürburgring. So with that being said, for handling, with what I experienced, I score the E46 at a 6.5 out of 10. And again, to reiterate something that I said a few times in season 1, anything 6 and above is a good score. It's a very good score. Now, capability. Guys, I don't know how to explain this. Because this car does many things so effortlessly, it's as if it got me into a sense of complacibility. For some other reason, it messed with my head that I didn't have to push as hard because it's still going to be quick. If someone can get over that and you include the fact of tuning, this car can be so much quicker than I got it around the Nürburgring and even around Tsukuba. It can be so much faster. It's got an extremely high capability factor towards it. It just needs someone to sit down, put in the hours, put in the effort, and just send this car to Narnia. And for that, capability scores the same as speed with an 8 out of 10. It gave me a sense almost like the Polo did in season 1. The only difference is where the Polo felt boring, this just felt comfortable. It was just, you know what, I'm fast, I know it, let's get it. Even if you're a slow driver, I'm gonna make sure it's fast. I'm gonna make sure it's a minimum of decent. And it like I said, it put me into a state of comfortability, and I got too comfortable at certain stages of the Nürburgring lap, and that is where I lost my time. I would put money on it that this car will beat the Alpha 4C. The Alpha 4C just forced you to stay on it like a car bonnet. This car's just like, nah, it's a corner, I'll get it. Nah, it's just a braking zone. One thing that I forgot to mention about the handling, guys, this car is so comfortable under braking. I had no worries at any stage of any of the laps with braking. Even at some corners where I thought, oh damn, I broke too late, the car goes through the corner. Yes, I don't hit the apex perfectly, but it goes. This car's, the thing that's holding it back is corner exits on the rear end. And again, suspension tweaking is needed to figure out curbs because it doesn't like curbs. But again, when it comes to capability, there's so much more that this car has in store. And I would love to see someone that really knows how to figure cars out in this game, like an esports driver, take this exact build and just thrash it around the Nürburgring to see what this car is actually capable of. I would love to see that. So 8 out of 10 for capability, and now we head to the most important factor of this series. Fun. And guys, even with the amount of effortlessness that this car has, I had so much fun. After Tsukuba, I thought, oof, fun factor isn't looking the best. And then we got to the Nürburgring, and I was like, it feels like a different car. It feels like it feels like I described earlier, like an animal in a cage that's just waiting to be released. And the Nürburgring forces that out of a car. There's certain parts of the Nürburgring where you can do nothing else but send it, risk it for the chocolate biscuit. And this car, I know earlier in the video, and I said it just as a bit of a joke that it's home now, but it honestly felt like it was home on the Nürburgring. And that made it so much fun. Like, I had so much fun in this car. I honestly can't think of a better car to have kicked off the season with. So the fun factor of this car, I've scored it a 7.5 out of 10. This car, its lowest score out of the 4 categories is 6.5. I don't think I've had a more consistently scoring car in the series so far. And that to me is absolutely insane. That gives the BMW E46 M3 a total of 30 out of 40, and it starts off the Season 2 leaderboard, obviously on top because it's the only car so far we've driven, but it starts the season off with a 7.5 out of 10. Compared to Season 1, the AE86 scored a 7.875, so it didn't score as high, but I didn't think it was going to score this high. And it's a stupidly good benchmark to start off the second season with. And guys, the cars planned for this season, just trust me, trust me, trust me. Season 2 is gonna be bigger than Season 1, and it's gonna be damn epic. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for staying till the end. Remember to drop a like down below on this video if you're still here and you have enjoyed yourself. I know you've enjoyed yourself, so hit the like down below while you are down there. Go check out the links in the description down below for the second content page, as well as my social medias. Hit me up with a follow, and let's get communicating on the socials. And finally, if you have made it to this part of the video and you have not yet subscribed, what are you doing? Hit the subscribe down below, and don't forget to ding that bell to never miss a future video, live stream, or short here on TurboFox RacerZ. Guys, you guys have been amazing. Welcome back to Season 2. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be an exciting one. And we kicked it off perfectly in perfect BMW fashion. Remember, your mind is to be stronger than your feelings. And I love you, G's and Queens. I'll see you, TurboNatics, in whatever form of content comes next. Cheers!